What on earth is this Labour Party doing? What on earth has the Labour Party come to? We've now got the Greens in Manchester. It's a catastrophe. The reality is the Labour Party have lost a seat that we should never have ever lost, whether it's a by-election or not. And frankly, it's a catastrophe that we didn't need to have. The reality is Keir Starmer went into a room with the National Executive Committee, backed and sponsored and cajoled by Max Sweeney, and blocked Andy Burnham, the most popular politician in England, and decided that was the way forward. Well, that was a strategy that I warned Keir Starmer against. I texted and frankly was almost on my knees to Keir Starmer saying, don't block Burnham. It'll be a terrible mistake. But here we are.
And why do you think that is? I mean, you're saying it's completely self-inflicted, it seems. Is that he's got poor political nous, or is he hearing you and then just turning your back? Is he spurning your judgment? Why is the Prime Minister making that incorrect decision?
Well, I've no idea. I've absolutely no idea. But I'll tell you this, the reality is we've ended up with a situation which we could have avoided. That's just the truth. This was avoidable, but here we are in Manchester with the Greens. It's the worst result the Labour Party could have ever had, frankly. So we are in a position where we can't out-left-wing the Greens. We try to out-right-wing reform on immigration and other such matters. You know, my message to Keir, the Prime Minister, is this. Why don't we try and be Labour? Just yesterday, the Labour Party ministers produced a document, a bill, to do away with jury trials. I've been telling them for weeks on end, months, in fact, that is a balmy, a ludicrous idea for any government of any political colour, let alone the Labour Party. For crying out loud, start listening to Labour MPs. Start listening to people who knock the doors, who've been doing it forever.
And
that's the truth of where we are. What on earth is this Labour Party doing? What on earth has the Labour Party come to? We've now got the Greens in Manchester. It's a catastrophe. Make no mistake about it.
I mean, frankly, though, Karl, after the last couple of weeks, we were reflecting that the moment passed to get rid of Sir Keir Starmer. You are probably stuck with him until at least May, if not beyond that. What can he do to win back your trust and your confidence in this case?
Look, I'm not suggesting that we'll get rid of Keir Starmer. I spoke in the Parliamentary Labour Party a few weeks ago and I said the very idea that it's been contemplated is balmy, as far as I can see it. But the reality is this, look. Keir Starmer wrote to the PLP members a few days ago saying, I'm going to listen now. I'm going to start listening. Well, listen, I consider Keir Starmer to be a pal of mine. I'm one of the few MPs, I think, who Keir Starmer will ring and have a conversation with and have a text conversation with. Him and I had text conversations about the prospects of blocking Andy Burnham. I begged him not to. I gave him ideas and suggestions as to why he should use Andy Burnham to our advantage. Bring him in. Put him into the cabinet. Goodness me. We've had ministers who were elected in 2024 within a few minutes of being elected as an MP. They're in government. So bring Burnham in. Use Andy Burnham. Put him in charge of the elections, if you will. Make him, if he's the King of the North, make him Minister for the North. If things go wrong in the local elections in May, blame Burnham. Use him. But don't fear him. Don't be frightened to death of Andy Burnham, the prospects of Andy Burnham coming in and all of a sudden ousting you from Downing Street. Use the man. We're in a mess. But I tell you what we need to be doing, Labour Party policy. I've been campaigning against this stupidity of juries, doing away with juries, when there's no evidence. And of course I'm cross about that. There's no evidence whatsoever that doing away with juries in some serious criminal cases is going to reduce the backlog. But nobody listens. They plough on. that attempt to push it through in a matter of days as emergency legislation to remove the debate in Parliament in both houses. What a disgrace we've become. I'm ashamed at the moment. And of course I'm angry. Do you know why? Because we've got activists up and down, travelling from this part of the country and that part of the country to get to Manchester, to bang on doors. These people don't earn 92,000 quid a year as MPs. They do it as volunteers.
Karl, your majority in Kingston upon Hull East is just under 4,000. I mean, this is your last term in Parliament at this rate, isn't it?
I mean, come on. If there was a general election next week, I'd be gone. But does it matter? You know, why does it matter? It matters because the people of East Hull, where I was born and bred, deserve, in my view, a Labour MP. That's why it matters. Not because I'm going to lose 100 grand a year as an MP. I'll go and do something else. But I tell you something now. We're going to lose more than East Hull. We've got to get our act together now.
Adam
And I'm
Bolton.
not advocating the idea of the Prime Minister resigning later on this morning and falling on his sword. What I'm saying to the Prime Minister is, please, it really must be time now to start listening to Labour MPs. It really must be time. Never mind sending an email and saying I'm going to start listening now and start rolling the pitch, talking about policy. We've just introduced a bill that does away with jury trials in serious criminal proceedings without a scrap of evidence that it makes any difference whatsoever to the backlog. It's shameful. We are in a terrible state. That's what I'd say to Keir Starmer when I speak to the man. I'm really, really, really cross. Activists, a brilliant candidate, and blocking Burnham. What on earth were we thinking?
Karl Turner.
What on earth were we thinking?